Good evening, everybody. I'm Maureen Edwards, the founder of 8 Simple Steps, and you're tuning into Why Are You an Entrepreneur? The trials and triumphs where I highlight rockstar entrepreneurs, regardless of what stage they are in their business, so that they can share their story, their journey, why they are doing what they're doing, words of inspiration for other small business owners who are trying to build businesses as well, and certainly some words of wisdom. Now, I have to tell you what has happened. This will be the second week now. I have had two amazing entrepreneurs who, one I know personally. Sometimes life gets in the way. And for small business owners, we juggle a lot of things. We're trying to handle personal life. And I am the first one to say, I get it. If you can't make something, by all means, just pick up the phone, send a text, let the person know. Because we spend a lot of time putting these broadcasts together. It isn't just I decide to go live at 5 o'clock. And people who put podcasts together and TV shows, there's a lot of prep and a lot of planning. And a lot of these dates are booked way out in advance. I make sure that you have the graphics to promote it. It's all about you elevating your authority and getting a platform and an opportunity, especially if you're a small business owner where you haven't had those resources to be able to come to a platform and be able to let everybody know, this is who I serve. This is what I'm really good at. This is what my product or my client services do. This is how I can help you. And it just allows you a little bit more of an opportunity to get brand reach, awareness, and you actually even get to keep this interview so you can use it in your own social media and website mediums. So I think this is a good lesson. Somebody isn't here tonight. Somebody wasn't here last night. Granted, I've got to pivot and you're stuck with me for the next few minutes, right? But here's the lesson for small business owners. One, I'm a potential customer too. When I meet small business owners and I am thrilled to hear what they're doing, the products they have, and how amazing they are, referrals go a long way. Talk goes a long way. Opportunities go a long way. And so when you are in a situation where you're given an opportunity, maximize it. Take advantage of it. Because you never know when another one is going to come around. And if for some reason life does get in the way, just let the person know. That's all. Because business is about relationships. It's not transactions. It's relationships. And you never know the person who you come across who could really take your business to the next level and make a huge difference for it. There are people all around us. So as a business owner, take a look at your business right now. And are you building partnerships and not maybe burning bridges? Are you able to take a step back and say, you know what? Well, you know what's interesting is Johnny just arrived. Johnny, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you?
Yeah, I was using the other link from the phone, and I was on that end. I don't know if it's a different link or whatever. Because I was waiting there. I got there early, and I was just like, then I checked. Something told me to check the email, and anyway. Yeah.
So I was just talking about, people not being available. Because last week I had somebody who was supposed to be here and never called, never showed, made me very concerned. Hopefully that person is okay. But I said to small business owners, this opportunity is to elevate you. And when you weren't here, I'm like, oh my gosh, is this going to happen 2 weeks in a row? Right? Yeah. So you're scaring me a little bit. But I think it's good for the people who are watching this right now to see that life does get in the way. Johnny has scrambled to make sure that he was here. And I say to small business owners, you never know who your next opportunity is with and who could take your business to a completely different level. So build partnerships out there. And if you can't make something, just pick up the phone, right? That's the whole idea, because it really demonstrates how you are as a business person. So I am so appreciative that you were able to kind of work out the link stuff. And I just have to say, this is all about highlighting rock star entrepreneurs. And I think you are a rock star entrepreneur. In fact, I want to introduce everybody to you. This is Johnny Goodwin. He is the CEO and founder of Easy Access. I have all that right so far, don't I?
Yes. Yeah.
And we're going to take a few moments, and I ask the same question starting out. Johnny, tell me why you're an entrepreneur.
I'm an entrepreneur because I feel like, because I'm a creator, so I love creating. And I think it falls in the lines, it allows me to like, it feels like I don't have a cage on me anymore. It's like you could just, even though it's dangerous, but it's like a gate, you're allowed to open the gate and you're just like, your wings could go, really, So I feel like it's like a way to do that,
So what brought you to being an entrepreneur? Have you always been one, or were you in corporate America and were like, I ain't doing this anymore?
Yeah, I think I was just seeing it. You know how like you visually see things through other people that you're coming across, and it's kind of like a seed. It's like, oh, that's cool, but you don't really. I kind of introduced it through my brother, and that's how it kind of like it was accidentally introduced, because I was going to get a job, but then it was like, so it happened accidentally.
Okay. And so let's talk about what you do, because I'm an inventor. And when I see people invent products, I always go, oh my gosh, you're taking on one of the hardest things. We've spoken about this, because inventing a product, trying to manufacture that product and commercialize it, you couldn't have picked anything more complicated, right?
Yes.
So tell people what you do.
Yeah, my brand is Easy Access, and it's a magnetic underwear brand, patent pending magnetic underwear brand that has a magnetic front flap for quick release. I have a quick sample for the viewers.
Yeah, let's see.
The quick sample for the viewers, and it just flaps open here, and it flaps back. So coming with something new, a lot of times I'm running in issues with manufacturers, because they're kind of locked in on a particular style of making something. So sometimes you run through problems like that. So that's the only thing.
So how did you discover this type of invention? What was it that made you say, aha, this is the moment, I'm seeing something, I'm seeing a need here?
Yeah, it was by accident. I was just I love creating, and I think it was more about me wanting to improve on what's existing out there, because almost every year I'm always creating some kind of design and printing, and I happened to focus on underwear that year, and it was just like, how could I improve this with my creativity, and that's how it came to be.
Unbelievable. All right, so tell me who this product is for.
It's for people. It's an adaptive underwear brand, and it has two markets, but it's an adaptive underwear brand, and it's for people with incontinence, people with dexterity, for people with wheelchair bound, just to make it a lot easier for cleanups, and for even with the nurses and the people that take care of these people. It would find it a whole lot easier for them.
So tell me how the process has been, getting this company off the ground. What has been, besides the manufacturing, what has been the most difficult part in the entrepreneurial journey for you?
I guess because I'm a creative, I think strategic planning for me, and because I'm getting really good feedback from a lot of people, and I think with me it's just more of like I have I have a team now, but like I think it's more of just being able to, because I'm so creative, I'm like all over the place. So just kind of bring me down and being able to like control the creativity and focus on what's the important things as a person, you know.
So how are you able to do that? So you're trying to overcome a challenge that you have. Sometimes when we're too creatively brilliant, we need to come back down and go, all right, where's the business? So what do you do, and what advice can you give to other people who are probably very similar to you?
Yeah, I constantly am struggling trying to perfect this. Like a lot of times I was just really researching some of the pros on how they do it, and like and on like staying on task and really like not going off and your brain somewhere else. And what I find is like writing things down and reminders, putting like uh, dry erase boards, stuff that has to be right in front of you, because so many things are always throwing you with life and things like that. So it's always to do stuff like that, putting it down and having something that you can constantly look at.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's really good advice for people out there, because I think you're pulled in a million different directions to begin with. And so, and stay in your lane. I always say, if that's what you're good at, hire people out there who can help you be accountable, or, help you with the other things that are not your strengths out there. So what do you think is the best decision you've made so far in building your company?
I'm excited. I actually have the interns that I'm working with. They're actually an assistant that I have. They're actually they're even more excited. They're really excited about the product, and so they're really and I find that she's really good at the social media aspect of things. So just having a good team behind you and being able to I think really has kind of helped me. And I feel like it's going to start the curve of really get better with, of getting more and more on task. Because sometimes I'm just like, my head is like, oh, the social media. And then one time we were sitting in the meeting and she was just like, oh, we need this. And I could see how she was so good at social media. It's like, we should do Twitter and da, da, da. And I was just like, wow, this is awesome that I've met her.
So are there certain social media platforms that you're using that have been successful for you that you could tell people about out there?
Well, currently I'm just hitting the ground, and we're actually coming up with reels as we speak. We've done some, but we've come up with the ideas, and now we're executing and creating them. And one of the things we researched was everything is about the video, so reels and it's the big thing that they're pushing to get in front of people. So trying to like have your idea and concept to fit those reels. At first I was nervous because I was like, and then once I did the research and saw it, I was like, my creative juice just hit on, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Okay. So I'm just coming up with ideas and having these short form videos to kind of just talk about your product in a short way. Cause people can't really tune in too long. It has to be really short.
It does. It does, to catch their attention. And so that leads me to, everybody kind of has a backstory. I mean, just to create an invention clear out of the blue, there had to have been some moment where it was that aha that people in a wheelchair would need this. Somebody with a health issue would need this. Is there somebody in your background or a family member or somebody who was struggling with this that made you come up with the idea?
Yeah. I had a grandfather that did have issues with this. And I guess like in hindsight, me being around and as a little one and seeing those kind of things and some of the issues and having seen my mom take care of them and things like that. But yeah, a whole lot like that.
So I hear music in the background.
Yeah, my place is near the main street. Sorry.
I love it. No, I'm like, okay, if you don't mind hearing my dog bark, we're good. We're all good. So I want to go back to this invention. Is there anything else like it in the marketplace or similar?
There, when I was doing my research, there are other other designs that are out, but not that like pull up from the back under just kind of different ways. And but not exactly like this. And so like it's two things when you're thinking about this thing. It's like, okay, so why didn't, because I know I'm not the only person on the planet that couldn't think of the idea. So I'm just like, so is it a problem? So and then I just kind of researched magnets and make sure that was safe, and it's fine. So I was just, but I guess for some reason it just and men are kind of like, men are not like women, and so like they can be complacent, and unless something like really, so a lot of times two different types of mindsets. So maybe that's the reason.
So where do you plan on launching these? Because the product's not available yet, right?
No, it won't be available until the end of March.
Okay, so where do you plan on distributing them or getting them into the hands of customers?
Yeah, I'm going direct to consumer. I'm doing social media ads, and actually going out to events. I've been going to a lot of events, and that just kind of have a calendar set up for this year, and really going direct to the consumer.
Okay, good. So that's the business strategy, the marketing campaigns. You're going to be doing the conventions, and have you thought about doing anything in healthcare?
Definitely. So one of the last things that I have to work on is which I'm working on actually next week, is coming up with a pad for the brand, and that's when I really want to go in healthcare, but I plan on coming to them around the mid part of this year, because it won't take me that long to come up with this pad.
So what does a typical day look like for Johnny?
Yeah, with work also, and so it starts off usually around 9 of like research and doing work, my regular work, and then it's also I'm always trying to plan what can I do to further the brand every day, without that being overly exhausting with your other things, but it tries to focus in that way, and then checking in with my team and things like that, and things like that. Yeah.
So as a CEO and this business, what do you think is the hardest part about running the actual company?
I would say I guess really like making sure everything is churning in one positive direction and getting results, and focusing on more of task things, and like things that can move the business in a stronger way. So being able to like know, constantly reiterating to yourself, all right, no, I don't want to get too caught up with emails, and I need to, so I guess that balance of like.
Absolutely. It is the global visionary of where you want it, like the macro big picture, but at the same time, you need to do the micro, the tactics, in order to move the needle and achieve it. And it is a balance. And that, I think, is where a lot of entrepreneurs are like overwhelmed. And some people are really good at the macro. Some people are really good at the micro with the details, but it is very hard to be good at both and be able to juggle it. So yeah, that I think is going to hit home with a lot of people out there, where they're like, yeah, I get it. So you're not alone out there, everybody who's doing this. Okay. These are real people who are experiencing the exact same thing. And it's exhausting. It's like, oh, got a lot on my plate today. So good. So tell me what inspires you.
I guess my long-term goal is to inspire myself to really put myself in a more stronger position where I can help people. I think that really, because I money and cars really don't and I'm a family person, so I want to have my own family eventually. But like, I think aside of that, just really being able to help people and to see other people doing well, and being able to do, do big things as well. Yeah.
So what is the scale goal of your company? Now, I know we're just getting launched and you're like, I'm thinking of one thing at a time, but even as an entrepreneur, we've talked about this. You've got to also be thinking like, down the road, where do you want this company to be? What vision do you have a year from now, 3 years from now? Where do you want to be?
Yeah, I think with this brand, I want to really focus on like, after like, getting the markets down right, and then maybe focusing on other products that could complement the brand. Like, when I was visiting the urologist, one of the secretaries said it would be helpful to have some pants to even make it easier, and really coming up with a design that's really more modern, so it looks really seamless and fun. So it seamless, and it's but that's going to take some engineering and things like that, but to really come up with something to help them easier, even more.
So tell me how people can order this when you launch in March.
Yeah, you can go to my Instagram page. It's Easy Access Underwear, and on IG, and we're gonna have a launch page and everything within about a week, and you'll be able to get on the mailing list. We'll also be doing things where we want people to just try them on. We're looking for 3 people to actually do a try on. So just get on our emailing list, and all that'll be so you can, if you follow us you'll get information, and we'll be sending out information on the Instagram page.
Now, do you have a website ready to like an e-commerce?
Yeah, I have a website. The website will be together within about 3 weeks, but we're gonna have because right now we just did the photo shoot, and the photographer is doing the Photoshop all, it's back and forth and all that kind of stuff. So we don't want to, you don't want to just be waiting. So I just want to have something. It's something on the website now, but I wanted to have where people we can get emails and be able to move a lot quicker and things like that.
So if somebody was a new entrepreneur getting ready to launch a business, they've worked this hard, what advice would you give them?
If they're a new entrepreneur and to work hard. I guess I would go back to the question you said about what drives you, and really think about that, because when things are not running well, and you don't see any kind of momentum, you need something to kind of pull you through all that.
So do you have a support system that helps you with this? Because, entrepreneurship can be super isolating, and that's a hard part, because don't you notice the people who aren't doing it don't understand anything that you do? They're like, yeah, sounds good. But they don't know what they don't know. So they don't really know what you go through.
Yeah. So, and I don't even talk to, people, because I don't want to seem like you're boasting. So a lot of times I don't even say anything, which is bad, but I got it better.
Yeah, because you should be incredibly proud and be surrounded by people who are going to be like super excited for you as well. And, this is a huge accomplishment, John. You should be able to talk about it a lot, like, right?
Yeah. I have to get over my shyness, and yeah.
I don't know. Are you really shy? I don't know. I don't know. All right. So, what do you do for fun?
For me, a lot of times it's just, right now it's just,
no fun, right? It's all work.
Yeah, staying on top of things. Yeah.
Oh, you sound like me. It's like, what do you do for fun? Well, I work because I really love it. And they're like, no, what do you really do for fun? And I had to really think about it.
Yeah, it's so hard it's just weird, and you also feel bad because you're like, the whole world, everybody else is doing all these great things, and I'm happy for them, but I'm content here. It's just like I don't, So.
Is there an inspirational quote that you like that you kind of abide by?
I guess I would say, hmm. I have, motivation affirmations all around my work area, like pushing myself to, but I don't know if I have a particular one. Like I have like this one in my desk now. It says, big men make big moves. Are you a big man? So it's like certain things like to, push me.
And you can say to yourself, like every day you have a calendar and you tear it off and go, all right, what's my inspiration for today? But that's really important because I talk about mindset, and there are like these apps you can put on your phone to kind of keep you going when you've had a bad day. You take a step back and go, let me just write in the one thing that I did do today that I didn't do yesterday. That, you move the needle. You may not think it's that big.
Yeah.
But it could be actually huge. Like some people are like, oh, I finally just, got my email constant contact set up. I'm like, that's more than you had done yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, think about that. And I say to people out there, please just celebrate the little wins. And you've just had so many big wins. And I'm super excited for you. So you're launching in March.
Yes.
And you're going to go direct to consumer. So you're going to sell it on your website, right? It's going to be an e-commerce site.
Yes.
Do these come in several sizes or just one size fits all, or how is it running?
Yeah, it's running small, medium, and large.
Okay.
And so yeah, those are the two sizes and things like that.
Do they come in a 1-pack, 2-pack, 3-pack? Or can you even share that right now? Do you even want to share it?
Yeah, for right now, because I'm still but at this time it'll be 1-pack in the beginning stages to kind of get the product out, get people to sample them and things like that. But yeah, but eventually the packs will come, 3-packs and all that. So
good.
Yeah,
good. I know we had talked about that earlier. It's like how do we do this? But one step at a time.
Yeah.
One step at a time. And so you have people to do the manufacturing, you've got people to do the packaging.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited for you because I remember these days. I remember having to do the little hang tags and the labels and having to set up that manufacturing facility and picking out all the fabric. And for me, it was snaps, not magnets, but it's the same idea. And it's so incredibly exciting, but at the same time, it's a huge endeavor. And so I give you kudos for taking this on, and I'm really excited for you.
Thanks.
All right, everybody. If you would like to reach out to Johnny about his new innovative patent pending product, Easy Access, please go ahead and go to his Instagram handle. And what is going to be your website URL? What is it going to be?
The website is up currently, but it's just a bio page.
Okay.
But we're going to upgrade that in about 2 weeks. But the website is www.easyaccessunderwear.com.
Awesome. Easyaccessunderwear.com. Reach out to him. Take a look at the product. You may actually have somebody in your family who needs something like this. That could be life-changing, and that's what it's all about. So, Johnny, you definitely have to come back and give us an update how things are going. Okay. And for anybody else out there who is a small business owner, I welcome you to join the show. I am always looking for rock star entrepreneurs out there. And if you're a small business owner, you are one because you took a calculated risk. You are courageous, brave, and anybody who can walk this journey, I want to hear your story so that you can let people know who you serve, what you're really good at, and how your product or service can change people's lives. So reach out to me at goldfish@8simplesteps.net or go to my website, 8simplesteps.net. You can learn more about me and how I take the hard out of entrepreneurship by eliminating the common mistakes, the overwhelm, and the complexity that can derail success because it's all about you thriving and especially creating a sustainable business and enjoying the journey of entrepreneurship along the way. So this is it for us tonight. And I am so glad Johnny showed up. You cannot even, I can't even tell you how thrilled I am. After last week, when they didn't, and I had to sit there and carry the conversation with myself, I ain't having that again. So everybody, next week, we will have a rockstar entrepreneur, or I'm going to wonder, where are these people? So good night, everybody.
Good night.